Okay, everybody, hello. It's been a while since I've filmed. I've been very, very sick, and I'm honestly not all the way better, but it's time to film. So if I don't seem like 100% myself, that's why. But I am excited because I'm going to be talking about the worst products that I've tried so far this year. This is going to be a semi-negative feeling type of video, obviously because I'm talking about the worst products I've tried this year, but I will link below the video I just did where I talked about the best products I tried this year. So if you need a little pick-me-up at the end, if you haven't watched that yet, go ahead and check that out afterwards. But I don't have that many products to talk about. I've done a pretty good job this year of picking up things that I pretty much feel like I'm going to enjoy. I don't buy things just to buy things anymore. So I feel like I'm in a good place, but there are a handful of things that I tried that I was expecting to like that I just didn't like. And of course, these are all just based on my own opinions. If you like these products, that's great. Doesn't mean that they're bad products. It just means they didn't work out for me. And I'm going to let you know why they didn't work out for me. And that may or may not help you figure out if it could work for you. By the way, hello and welcome. If you are new here, my name is Rachel. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I'm going to link all of the products down below again, because maybe they'd work out for you. And if you enjoy this while you're watching it, please give it a thumbs up. So let's start with some face products. The first thing, and a lot of these things I don't have anymore, so of course I will just pop up pictures because I wanted them out of my collection ASAP. So the first thing I want to talk about, I don't have anymore because I decluttered it, and this really did not work out for me, is the NYX Bear With Me Blur Tint Soft Matte Foundation. Oh my goodness. This looked awful on my skin. And let me just give you a little background on my skin if you're new here. I am 36 years old. I have very oily, acne-prone skin, and I like a matte foundation, generally speaking. But this foundation, I'm telling you, made my skin look so dry. It looked so cakey. It says that it's supposed to blur your pores. Absolutely not. It made my pores look so much more visible than ever. It made my texture enhanced, and it was just really, really bad. And I like a lot of NYX's foundations, like their Born to Glow foundation, which again, me with oily skin, you would think I wouldn't like that foundation, but I feel like that foundation is so beautiful. It has a glow to it without being greasy or dewy. So if you ever find it, because I'm pretty sure it's discontinued, but you can still find it places. That's a beautiful foundation. But this one just looked cakey, heavy, enhanced my pores, looked dry. It was not a good look. It was not a good look. The next thing I want to talk about is the Flower Beauty Low Light Liquid Contour. So this product I really didn't enjoy, and they came out with highlighters in the same exact packaging last year that I also really didn't enjoy. And I got the shade Light in this. First of all, the color is way too gray. It made me look like I had dirt on my face. Just really, really like overly cool toned. And the formula of this is strange. Like, it's not easy to blend. So it gets really, really patchy, which makes the mud look even more realistic. And on top of it, it almost has like a metallic sheen to it, which for me personally, with a liquid contour, liquid bronzer, I don't like metallic sheens. Like, I want it to be pretty satin matte. So this for me was a no. It was so hard to use. The color was terrible. I think personally a good alternative is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand Contour. I have mine in the shade Light Medium. This one I like so much more. It's cool tone, but it's not gray. Yeah, you can see. There's more of a little bit more of a brown to it versus like a gray. So I much, much prefer the e.l.f. one. And as you can see, the e.l.f. one is a lot more creamy. It is easier to blend. So definitely would skip on the Flower Beauty. I really didn't enjoy this one at all. Okay, so now I'm gonna go on to eye products, and I'm not gonna put any eyeshadow palettes in this video. I am gonna do a separate palette ranking video, ranking all the palettes I've tried so far this year. It should be coming soon. Like I said, I've been really sick, so I've just been a little behind, but it should be coming soon in the next week or so. But I have a couple of eye products I want to talk about. So I have, again, I decluttered this, but I'll pop it up on the screen. The Covergirl Ink It Perfect Point Plus Gel Eyeliners. So I went to a dance competition because I am a professional dancer, and I totally forgot to bring a pencil eyeliner for my waterline. So I went to the drugstore. It was my only option where I was, and I really didn't know what eyeliners to pick up. So I just picked these up on a whim. I thought, how bad can they be? It's a black eyeliner. It was terrible. They just were not good. They were not easy to glide in the waterline. Like, I had to go over my waterline several times, which is not a pleasant experience, obviously. And I blinked like 3 times and it would immediately wear off in like certain parts of my waterline. So it looked streaky. They don't work. They don't work. They're not worth the money. Definitely save your money, and I would love to know your recommendations for any pencil eyeliners at the drugstore, like specifically that I can buy at CVS or Walgreens, because that was kind of the predicament I was in. I would love to know if it ever happens again, which I will make sure it doesn't, but I would highly suggest avoiding these eyeliners at all costs. They were not good. All right, and then speaking of eyeliner, I tried another eyeliner, but this was a liquid liner, and this one is from Sigma. So this is the Wicked Liquid Pen eyeliner. So I got this free with a purchase. I did pick up a couple of things from their Black Friday sale last year, and I ran out of my liquid liner. I said, great, I have this one available. I do liquid liner, whether it's just a line on my lash line or a wing, every single time I do my eye makeup, every single time. So I'm pretty good at liquid liners. I'm pretty versed at creating a wing. This is the hardest to use liquid liner I've ever experienced in my life. The tip was a felt tip, which is off to a bad start in my opinion. I find felt tip liners so much harder to use than brush tips. And I could not get precision with this. Every single time I would try to make a wing with this, it would be that nightmare of like trying to even it. And then soon enough, your wings are like taking up half your face. That's what would happen to me every single time I used this liner. And on top of it, it was not easy to glide over the lines on my eyelids. It would skip every time. It was just not easy to use. I don't think it's worth the money. I always recommend the KVD tattoo liner in Trooper Black. I also love the Unearthly Cosmetics liquid liner pen that they have, but this one is not a good pen and probably one of the worst liquid eyeliners I've ever used. And then About Face's drugstore brand AF94 launched at Walmart either the beginning of this year or the end of last year. And I picked up quite a few products from the brand. And I liked a lot of the products, but one of the products did not work out for me, and it is their false lashes. So I have the false advertising faux high volume lashes. This is in the style 03. These are like the most dramatic ones that they have, and I thought they were really pretty looking. They look really flared out and fluffy, longer on the outside, shorter on the inside, which is something that I really enjoy in a false lash. But these are the most uncomfortable, most difficult to use lashes I've experienced in a long time. The band is incredibly stiff and you can feel them. Like when they're on your eyes, you can feel them. They're very heavy. They are uncomfortable. They almost have like a plasticky feel to the band. So they're just like really itchy and they're not good. And it's unfortunate because like I said, they're really pretty and cute, but I definitely would opt for Ardell lashes at the drugstore and skipping on these because they're just not comfortable at all. All right, and then the next thing in the eye category is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. So I had heard so many great things about this brow pencil. It is extremely affordable, and so I decided to pick it up. And again, this is just an opinion because I know a lot of people love this product, and I did mention it before in another video, and a lot of people commented saying they really loved this brow pencil, but the tip of this is so large. It is so incredibly hard to get precision, and I have pretty full brows. I don't need a ton of precision per se, but I do want enough precision that I can draw the tail of my brow, and I want to keep the tail of my brow fairly thin. And this just is not easy for me to use. It's not functional. I didn't even finish the brow pencil, which it takes a lot for me to not finish a brow pencil. Usually I can just try to make it work, get through it, but this is like literally using a fat crayon to color in my eyebrows. I just don't enjoy it. I just don't enjoy it. Now, if you are a type of person who you just want like a really quick application, you don't want precision, you've got pretty much perfect shaped brows, and you just want to draw it in, this might be a good brow pencil for you. It's very affordable, but I also will say the packaging is also very cheap. Whenever I would roll it up to use it slowly, it would just push shut. Like putting the pressure on the tip of the pencil would make the whole thing collapse. Spend a few extra dollars and get the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. In my opinion, it's better. And then last but not least, like I said, there's not a ton of products. I don't have this again. I did declutter it. So this is the Joah Beauty Drinks on Me Top It Off Plumping Lip Oil. I love me a lip oil. I love me a lip gloss. It takes a lot for me to not enjoy a lip oil, to be honest with you. This one was just, when it was on my lips, it looked really pretty. Like the end result was really pretty. But the taste, the scent was so perfumey that it literally felt like I took a bottle of perfume and sprayed it at the back of my throat. I could taste it in the back of my throat for a really long time after application, and it wasn't like a nice fruity kind of, it was straight up perfume. I couldn't deal with it. Even for that beautiful end result, it was not an enjoyable experience for me. I also really didn't like the applicator. It's one of those like paintbrush applicators. Can we pass a law to just get rid of those? Like we need a fat doe foot applicator on a lip oil. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I think. But overall, the number one thing was the taste. It was awful. It was awful and I couldn't get past it. All right, and that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on any of these products if you've tried them, or what are some of the worst products you've tried this year? I would love to know. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. I do upload videos weekly and I would love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.